It's whatever.
Episode 144 of Cleaning Dishes.
Hey, just, man. Hey, you already know this is Freddie Mac back, you know what I'm saying? Back in full effect, you know what it is.
Talk to him.
Oh, man, you know what I'm saying?
Talk to him.
New mood today. It's a new mood, you know what I'm saying? So Freddie Mac is in the building. What's up, y'all? What's up?
Tell him don't get too comfortable, bro. Tell him.
Don't get too comfortable. You may have to move. That's like, damn, that's crazy. Don't get too comfortable. You may have to move is ignorant.
If it's facts, it's facts.
If it's facts, it's facts. You already know what it is, dog.
It's your boy Thomas here. My energy's up now because your energy is up.
You already know what it is. They already know. They should already know what it is.
How you doing?
I'm feeling great, bro. I'm feeling great. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a new nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is, bro.
I realized recently that they tell stories about the man. And I realized the man was you. I don't know if you knew that or not, but I had to tell you about that.
Boys tell a story about the man.
Actual factuals. which is crazy to me. I should have known this beforehand.
I do like that song, Boys Tell a Story About the Man. Like, oh, here we go. What they gonna say about him?
When it's facts, man. I don't know what to tell y'all.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's Thomas, a.k.a.
Yeah.
Thomas, a.k.a. You know what Tommy is?
Talk to him, Tommy. Okay. Talk to him, Tommy. This in the background.
Oh,
man.
Shit. No, but as y'all can tell, we in good spirits. You know what I'm saying? We a lot of things going on in the world, but sometimes you gotta take the victories where they at.
It's just nice to get affirmation that you're doing it right. You know what I'm saying? That's what it comes down to, though. It's nice to get that confirmation that you are doing it correctly. So,
even when others don't think you're doing it correctly, but we ain't gonna get on that right now.
even if they don't know, they find out. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes
eventually, right?
You let them see the ass and let them surprise them. I'm done.
Oh man.
What you got?
I just remember the first topic I was gonna get into. I'm trying to figure out how to segue.
You got to segue, just jump in. As long as you got to jump in the pool, bro.
Just jump into it.
As long as you got to jump in the pool, bro.
All right, splash.
That's the thing, splash.
So I forgot what I was doing, right? Well, he's hella hot because you definitely just jumped right into it.
Oh yeah.
I forgot what I was doing, but I remember the time when my brother's friend once threw a party for his homies. I forgot the reason was, but that's not neither here nor there. It's not important. But I remember me and my brother was watching the news. Right? And it's like 10 o'clock. All right, send to you.
43?
44.
Hold on.
It says you have access.
Let's see. Oh, I see what's going on here. Okay.
My bad.
That's not just me. That was meant to me. I don't see it.
So your brother's watching the news, right? Cause I remember this real specifically. Cause I remember we was watching Dark Angel. We was watching it on a small black and white TV too. So we watching it, right? And for whatever reason, my brother got up. And you know how you watch the show, they kind of give you a clip of the news that's gonna be coming up, or whatever.
Yeah.
So he came back just in time, and they was talking about how it's a high-speed chase on the I-96.
Ooh, wow.
So he went from Detroit to I-96, and our brother looked at the license plate, looked at the tail lights. He was like, "Yo, is that so and so?" And I was like,
"Damn."
I was like, "You don't know him." I was like, "Yo, that's so and so." So he got a phone call one of my homies, and he was like, "Hey, where's the old boy at?" It was like, "Oh, he said he got run an errand or some shit."
Ooh.
He was like, "I think I just saw him in the news. He robbed a KFC." My brother worked at that KFC, which made it wild.
That's crazy.
And so, yeah, I don't know what ever happened with him. But for whatever reason, I remember that shit. I remember he had definitely busted up in the KFC and was like, "Yo, run it." And he dipped off and he was on the news. I think he got caught most likely.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's damn. That, to me, stuff like that would make me think about
how to do better playing?
My friend. This would me think. Ultimately, it's going to make me think, damn, how did I get here? If I was watching myself on the news and I saw myself doing it, I'd be like, how the fuck did I get here?
So from what I understood, he was trying to throw a party. Why the party was being thrown, I don't know, but he needed money for it, of course. So I guess he thought that he could rob a KFC.
So, back in my day, I didn't go to these, but back in my day, when people had parties and they weren't still at parties or whatever, they needed money for parties, they would take the money they did have or get money from somebody, and what they would do is then charge the door. So you did $5 a cup, keep your cup, is unlimited drinks or whatever.
I don't think he wanted to do like that. That sounds crazy. But no, I think he would, I sound like I'm talking about myself. But no, he would just want to have the few people that he had, some girls, and some drinks. I'm guessing. Because what you saying does make sense. I definitely been in like circles where we're just like, yeah, like we're gonna throw a party.
Yeah, like $1 party and shit, or $5 for whatever it was. You at the door, you pay a little money to get in, just drink, and you be partying. And y'all was younger too, so you know, it'd be like,
That wasn't his energy.
Yeah, no, his energy was way different.
Yeah. I really wish I remember what it was that made me remember that shit. I probably heard like a story about somebody robbing someone.
That is nutty to just see like I think you know what it was? You had saw on the Tiger Woods thing that you were watching. The documentary Tiger Woods. He banged out. He banged out in the car. They were doing a news coverage about it. And it was
That's probably what it was.
And then you started talking about that, and I was like, "What?" So you swear? He's like, "Yeah," because it's news coverage.
Yeah, was that? I remember that. Yeah.
I was like, "How you banged out or whatever?" And it was like, yeah, that was a whole situation. But let's get to that, man. So we gotta get to that point. Yeah.
So I was surprised you didn't want to watch this.
I was never. I guess I'm not a sports person like that. To me, so a lot of things like even like I think I watched Kobe. No, I watched Jordan.
Yes, I watched.
And I only watched Jordan because you had it. Otherwise, I'm not.
But it's Jordan. I feel like you don't have to be a sports fan to watch certain ones.
I thought even for that, it was so much hype behind it. I was like, I'm gonna hear about it eventually. Like I'm gonna hear about it, I'm gonna see it, whatever it is. I was like, to me, it's just like I don't watch sports. I'm not a sports person, like in general. So like to me, it was just like, all right, what are some things that he said that's cool? Or I'm sure like all the memes are gonna be out. I'm gonna see enough memes put together and go, oh, that's what it was about. Like you know what I'm saying?
There's no memes. Tiger Woods one?
Not about for the
Jordan one, yeah, Jordan one. That
Jordan had plenty of memes and shit. Like I mean, it's like one of those things. Like I ended up watching and I did like overall. It was still entertaining. Like it's entertaining to watch. Tiger, I guess I wasn't really sure what it would be about. Like I knew he had a scan. I knew he had the whole like I get around. Like, you know, like he got around. I knew that much. I knew he was a great golf player. Outside of that, I guess I felt no real relation to anything that he was going through or what he did. That I was like, okay.
Well, he played golf, so. But so I'm honestly interested in anybody's story. Anybody that has like a story to tell, as Biggie would say. I'm always interested in those because it's like, what did you go through to get you to who you are right now? Yeah. I always find that interesting.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I wasn't super interested in Tiger Woods' story for some. I don't know what it was about it. But then as we watched it, I did start to get into a little bit more like, oh, okay, because things like obviously like I was curious to know like what in his mind clicked for him to be like, I should be out here just smashing. Like, what's going on?
So you called the second part of it.
Yeah, remember at the very beginning I caught some of that too, where his dad's talking. His dad's on there. Yeah. So I saw some of that too, and they talk about his dad's relationship, and he was telling me how old boy was like, oh, you ain't gonna like this. Like, how his pop was and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, because he basically, his pop was like that. His pop was getting around.
I heard wilding.
Like, yeah, so it's like, okay, like Pop was getting around and he's seen it. And I mean, he's been around his Pop all his life. Since he was 2, he was golfing. He said since he was 2, he picked up a club and he was golfing. So all his life he was doing that shit. So like, he grew up around seeing his dad take groupies or whatever and go to they had a thing, they had RV or some shit they had, and they would go in there and smash these girls. So he's seen that all his life. Hit him with the J. Cole, a man don't tell his mama everything that he see. Remember that shit on the J. Cole album? That's basically what he did to Tiger.
I don't remember that skit. Like, he was in the butt with shit. I don't know.
Are you serious?
He's
like, everything. Oh, what song is that? He's like, you a man, right? Like, yeah, I'm a man. I'm a man. He's like, well, a man don't go and tell his mama everything that he see. Basically trying to convince his son not to tell him for cheating on her. And he witnessed that shit. What song is that?
I don't know. I'm gonna listen to this Discog. I haven't listened to J. Cole in a while.
You know how I know you music head? You call it Discog. I ain't never heard anybody say that before. I never heard that. That's some music head shit. I ain't never heard that before.
Discography.
Yeah, I know what it is.
I know what you know, but like, calling it Discog definitely like, I didn't think about it until you said it.
Oh, that's some music head shit, because I ain't never get that nickname. Like, discography was always discography. I was like, okay, whatever it is. But no, I guess, I don't know, I guess I never really related to Tiger like that. Never got, like Jordan was like, oh, okay, I knew who Jordan was.
Yeah,
I've seen Jordan. I've heard the reports. I've seen the book reports. I've seen so much, so it was like, let me see what else they got to say. Like, you know what I'm saying?
A book report on Jordan is kind of crazy. It's not crazy, but it's kind of like, you could pick someone else.
Yeah, they pick Jordan. Nigga like that. Hey, pick somebody black. Who you think they're going to pick? Who the boys going to pick?
Jackie Robinson. Nat Turner.
And who else?
Muhammad Ali.
And who else?
Sam Cooke.
And who else?
Malcolm X.
And who else?
Martin Luther King.
What you gonna say, Jordan?
I can probably say 2 more names before I get to Jordan.
Right, but you can say other names besides Jordan, but Jordan's gonna be one of them names. That's why they picked Jordan.
Not necessarily.
I'm a young kid.
LeBron.
LeBron wasn't around at the time.
How do you know?
We were kids, nigga. LeBron wasn't the thing for us.
Oh yeah.
No, like nigga, we both was there. Like we was kids.
He was in the classroom with us.
He was in the class below us. So what are you talking about? This thing wasn't born yet. Like we sitting there.
Oh man.
Like niggas wasn't even born. Shmo. Like yeah. So. But no, so I guess that's why I wasn't super interested in Tiger Woods' story. Cause sometimes I get tired of seeing like cause you know they won't get into the fuck shit. You know they won't get into the fuck shit.
I mean, yes, that's the whole point of watching it.
And it's like, here we go again. Let's try to bring this nigga down. Like, let's go.
So they didn't bring him down. Let me do. I didn't do the intro yet. So the story of Tiger Woods. Oh damn! I gotta start revising that shit. His ascension to godlike golf play. And his fall to a mere mortal. I started reading this shit beforehand. I'm gonna start from the beginning so I can make this like social media-able.
Okay. Social media-able is funny.
The story of Tiger Woods tells the story of his ascension to godlike golf play and his fall to mere mortal. The HBO documentary shows every aspect of Tiger Woods during his career, the good and the bad. Mm-hmm. That's much better. The good, the bad, the ugly. I'm glad y'all stayed with me during that. It was a struggle. But was
it an everyday struggle?
No, it was a one-time struggle. Hopefully I don't repeat it.
Yes.
So I feel like Tiger Woods' story was dope because it's like you didn't get to see or hear about him as a person. We just I know where he just came up and you just like, oh, Tiger Woods. And like he was really out here, bro. Like when he was on his run, he was on the run.
Yeah, oh yeah. I when I think of winning, he's somebody that comes up. Like, come on, winning, that man won. Like,
oh yeah.
Like when it comes to winning, he was winning.
He was
winning. But again, like for me, not that I didn't care.
You didn't care, okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna say that I didn't. It's like, okay, he played golf and he got caught doing some scandalous shit. That's regular shit. Okay, keep pushing. Like, let's go.
Yeah, but it's like when things were like how he was painted, and honestly how he had to portray himself, he had to be like damn near perfect in every sense. And so when it did happen that he had caught cheating, the whole thing had came out. A lot of people were kind of like, that can't be true.
Oh yeah, a lot of people were like baffled, like, oh, he can't do it because he's Tiger Woods. I'm like, he a man. He was one of the richest people as far as athletes go, rich as fuck, young. Like you young, famous, and hella money. Oh, you gonna smash some hoes? Like, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. You not yelling for, you yelling whore. Like, let's be for real, dog. You out here hoeing. You gonna be out here, bro.
He was Tiger Woods where the hoes at. He showed you.
He what? Look at my phone. Look. Like, yo, I'm so like, yo. I was just like, yeah, I don't know. And I guess for me, it was hard to identify with Tiger Woods.
Why is that?
Cause I don't remember ever hearing him be like, I'm black. Ever.
Well, he said he.
And so I think that was one of the reasons that kind of like in my head, subconscious was like, okay, it's just another dude playing golf.
Yeah, basically ended up being like he did a Oprah interview and he talks about that a little bit, how like he's not one singular thing, which true he's not, but he tests his best to take consideration of all his ethnicities, which is fair and right. But when niggas look at you, you black, and that's the thing. Like I should say niggas when the world look at you, and when I say niggas I mean everybody. I don't mean just niggas, I mean black people, but then. When the world look at you, everybody's gonna see you as like a black man. They're not gonna see like your eyes having a certain attribute to it. They're gonna look at you like, oh, dark skin, black.
Yeah, that's why I was like, because I feel like because obviously you're mixed with a lot of different things you are and all that, but I still feel at the same time there has to be. I don't know. I just like I don't know. To me, I just never related to them at all. Any way, shape, or form.
But that's tough though, because you do have to. Even though like as the world sees you as being black, you kind of like, well, my mom is an Asian descent, my dad is like black, and it won't be fancy Cherokee.
Like you would say whatever it was. I'm not saying you got to say like this and third, but to me, it hits a point of like, all right, like you have a lot of different ethnicities in you, but at the end of the day, they gonna be like, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, because it's not as bad as OJ being, I'm not black, I'm OJ.
That was bad.
But it's like...
I think that's worse.
That's definitely worse. That's definitely way worse. You denounce being black, so I'm just OJ. Like, okay, so you just not gonna... You just out here not gonna be one of us.
I'm gonna shoot him Bill. He didn't deny him being black. He just thought that he ascended blackness.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, I feel like you tried to, like... If I break that, which is not wrong to him, because white people do it with a heartbeat. They're like, well, I'm part this.
That's different though.
It's not. It's the same thing. They will break down exactly what they are to you right in your face.
It's different.
Irish, Portuguese, Japanese,
But that's still white to like the world standard. When you say it like,
but they won't. They would say, but they gonna get all these ethnicities. They act like I'm white. They gonna be like I'm this.
and that combines to be white. Like I think.
Okay, so in that case, if it combines to be white, then what he is combines to be black, and he didn't say that.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
So you're
like,
not gonna get that. You're not gonna get the let me look at him now and be like, oh, the first black. Like, nah, nigga, you didn't claim that. Neither do I. Like, fuck it. Like,
they said
I don't know. I just never was like, oh, Tiger Woods is great. Like, I never not once like I gotta see a Tiger Woods game. I gotta read about Tiger Woods. I was like, okay.
So my dad was in Tiger Woods. My dad was into Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really was.
Like, I never was. Nobody in my family was ever into golf like that. I don't know though. I just never like.
I remember that man buying the Tiger Woods golf game. Them games was hard though. I ain't gonna front. Them games were tough.
The Tiger Woods. I don't remember those either. It's not just because it's Tiger Woods. Because it's golf. I never got into golf. Like never.
I got into it because my dad. Like my dad was like he was.
Which makes sense why you would want to watch something like that. I never.
I thought he was interesting. I really thought that he was like Tiger Woods himself. I thought it was dope.
Tiger Woods was more interesting when he became Future than when he wasn't. That's real for me. For me, that's when he became interesting. Because up to that point, it was this perfect guy that no one could be. He had this perfect image that no one was ever going to measure up to.
What's the next topic, bro?
Tell me that's not the case. Tell me, like you yourself said, like that's the whole point of watching it.
No, you watch it for the drama. You do watch it for the drama. That's true.
Which was his Future aspect.
But I also wanted to see his success because I didn't know he won that many. I didn't know he won that much. I knew he won a lot, but it's
that was the definition of. There was a point in time he was the definition of winning. There was a point in time he was in trouble and still was winning, bro. He was like, just winning, bro. Like that boy did nothing but win. Even when he was losing, he was winning, bro. Like
Gerard Carmichael has a joke about Tiger Woods. How he's saying like he's like, you know what happened when Tiger Woods got in a car accident? Ask the crowd. He's like, he crashed his car, right? He's like, you know what happened to that car? Like, no, he sold it. No, Buick bought him another one. Because even infidelity is backed by Buick.
Yeah, it was a Camry or was a Buick?
It was Buick, I think.
I remember that joke. He was like, because the girls cheered, like, don't cheer yet. No. Don't cheer, no. Because they crashed it up. You know what happened? They gave him another car. It was a better one. And I was like, yeah, like.
I was like, oh shit, he's the greatest comedian ever, bro.
I almost.
That's crazy. I ain't gonna say that.
I was like, no, I ain't gonna lie. When he was doing his Future thing, I was definitely curious to see, like.
Don't say he was doing his Future thing. That's two different things. Future's not married. Tiger Woods was.
But what was Future doing?
I heard entertaining young women.
What was Tiger doing?
Hitting home runs.
Yeah, but he was playing a different sport, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, he was swinging that bat when he should have had a golf club. You right.
No, so that was it Korean? It was the Japanese CGI they did for the reenactment. There's I don't know if it's Japanese or Korean, but it was an Asian network. They did a reenactment of what happened at Tiger Woods' place. That shit was so crazy, and I was like, "This is crazy. This is nuts. How they doing this?"
Yes, that shit is funny as fuck, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, it overall was an interesting thing to see. I was like, okay, like you said, I knew he had won a lot, because I remember hearing reports and stuff like that on Tiger Woods and having to read up about him and stuff. And he won a lot. Like mind you, I was younger doing this, and he already won a lot.
Yeah.
So as they got older, he won more, and then I became more cognizant of it. Like, oh, he won again. Like, damn. And I think what was interesting to see, but wasn't surprising, but just like interesting was how many people backed him, like how many people, white, black, was like Tiger was so great. And the second he did bad, people who had their own damn scandals were just like, Tiger's a piece of shit. And it was just like, wait a minute, like you just gonna take my nigga's stripes? Like, yo, that's crazy.
People that's a good joke.
Yeah, you see that shit, dog?
People love you when you win it. As soon as you lose like a little bit, they like, oh, he lost it, he's falling off. It's like
he ain't shit. He is a bad person, and it's like they might as well just shot that nigga dead. Like they was just like on him so hard. Like, at one point, they was like, well, he's banned from the club. He can't be here anymore. It's like, nigga, you need Tiger. Tiger don't need you. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, no.
Who else is he gonna get besides Tiger?
That's true.
Who else? Name a name besides Tiger that's in golf.
Oh, for real?
Name somebody.
Phil Mickelson.
Who's that?
Eli Roth.
Who's that?
They're golfers.
Who's that?
Jack Nicholson.
Who's that?
Michael Jordan.
Who's that?
They're golfers, bro.
Who's that? I ain't hear no Tiger Woods yet. They ain't somebody that put up points. That's like a real, like, oh, they put up some points.
Phil Mickelson. Yeah, I can't say
Thank you, exactly. My point exactly.
I
Here we go.
tongue-tied.
Exactly.
It's why
you don't get tongue-tied Tiger Woods, though.
I'll give you that.
Tiger Woods, y'all. So you look at that.
That's Chris Tucker, huh?
Yeah. I'm telling you, bro. I was like, nah, dog.
Oh shit!
That shit, it was just crazy to me to see that. I also get like, no one's above the law, no one's above anything. But I was like, I don't think he actually broke the law. He just was smashing. Well, then he did have this trouble with that. He got a little drunk. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah, I was like towards the end though. I was like I won't say the end of the coffee. I was like the closing chapter of that. Closing page of that chapter.
Yeah, that was like the Dunzo done. Like he was already Dunzo at that point.
Yeah.
By that point.
I didn't know he fucked. I didn't know how bad he fucked up his knee. Like he had, like so.
That I didn't know either. So I saw him drop to the floor that one time.
Yeah.
I was like, about to do a Buster challenge. I'm done. He was like, oh, he doing a Buster challenge? Like doing that back then? That's wild, pause. That's wild.
So they did the X-ray. His whole ACL was gone.
You said that. You said he had no. Because you always joke about having no ACL and ATL and something else. So when you said that, I was like, what's he talking about?
I was being dead for a series.
It's like he just from him twisting to golf so much, it was gone. He said it was nothing left. It was like bone on bone, I guess.
Mm-hmm. They was doing like they had a microscope inside his knee, whatever. They had like saw down his bones and shit like that. I was like, ugh. I ain't no doctor, but that look like it's gonna be an issue later on.
Yeah.
So that's why. So the first time he really noticed it, he like went through the whole tournament still.
Right.
And then like when you saw he jumped down to his knees, that was like he was like basically I had to get a whole new leg.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I ain't saying he had to get another surgery by then.
I heard Bicentennial Man. I'm hit. It's like it's the club. He's like,
it's quarter
he's just kicking it like, oh shit.
No, I respected how hard he went.
Yeah, I like the fact that he won under, and then one thing I did like was how he was able to be like, which is kind of creepy almost, personal life, business world. Like,
Pentagon. Why can't I say this word? Compartmentalize. That P word is fucking me up. Compartmentalize. Police department, nigga. I don't know. I can't say this word. Why can't I say this word? I'm done. I'm not gonna try that word. Our brain was like, oh, bro, we can't find that word in that mental dictionary. But how he separated his life was really interesting. It was.
Yeah. I thought that was really like he was able to be like, because even when he was going through things before, he was able to be like, not like that's there, just here, get right into the boat, and just like nothing happened. He was able to play his golf and some people were saying like one thing that's kind of messed up was how he had that situation happen and how that should have been between him and his wife type of thing. Him and his wife and the women that he was dealing. It should be that should have been their business. Right. And it gets which happens when you're in a spotlight like that. It blows up. But the reason why it blew up so much for him was because this image of him being perfect had been painted.
Mr. Perfect Gucci.
And so when that shit came out, like they was like, oh, we gonna ride this wave out. Like we want to make sure people understand that he's not perfect. Blah 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 blah. I was like, I never said I was. That was y'all who painted that image of me.
Pray on his downfall, bro.
Like yes, they like as soon as he messed up, they was like yes. Like they jumped on that. She's like yes, he's not perfect. Great. Now I don't feel so bad for cheating on my wife. Like well, all right.
On that no.
That's how they feel, bro. Tell me that's not what they was doing. Tell me that's not what they was doing. Tell me that's not what they was doing.
We watched.
No. Tell me that's not what they was doing, bro.
If I answer your question, can we go to the next one?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's exactly what they were doing.
Oh, there we go. Let's talk about that. No, all right, go ahead.
So we watched Ready Player One.
Yeah.
Ready Player One takes place in the near future, the 2055.
So future keeps coming up in this.
Or something like that. Where VR headsets are a big thing. To the point where every household has one as a need. When the creator of the VR headsets passed away, he left a treasure in the game Oasis. In order to get the treasure, you had to get 3 hidden keys throughout the game's universe, and you would have more currency and wealth than you ever could desire.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched this movie. I was gonna watch it regardless. That's a lie. I'm gonna big you up. So my friend Fred here suggested the movie.
You already know what it is, yo. So it's pretty mad.
So I was like, nah, this movie gonna be trash, bro. And Fred was like, yo, look, listen. I'm not right about many things in my life, but I can guarantee you this. This right here is gonna change your life as a movie.
You know how they would say you lying? Because I would not admit I was wrong. I would not admit that's a flaw to this day. I would not admit I was wrong. I would I might have been incorrect, but I wasn't wrong.
Like, look. You know I'm always worried about some shit, but let me tell you, I'm 100% guarantee.
How much more right I am in this?
101% guarantee on this. This is gonna be a good movie for you.
This is the most I've ever been right. Yes. I've been less right than other times, but I'm never wrong.
That sounds like exactly how you said it too.
Yeah. I've been less right about other things, even if it means leaving the stove on and cooking somebody else's food by mistake. I'm not wrong on that. Don't blame me for the crisp in them sweet potatoes.
Well, we gonna do that as a side segment. We
gonna do it right now.
No.
So one day.
No.
So one day, Ready Player One.
We ain't got no time on the camera word. I got you.
So one day we was like,
don't do it right now. I got you. We gonna do it.
Okay.
I got you. Content.
So one
content. That's the key word for you. Content. You know what? You right. No.
You right.
No. So
that's what you gotta say. When you do something crazy about content, but oh, you right.
That sadly is true though.
Oh yeah, content, but you right. You got it.
So you ended up watching this movie because you read the book.
Yeah, I read the book like twice. Yeah, it's good.
You said it twice.
Yeah, Ernest Cline. That was a fun ass read. I'm about to go a little history. So when I was reading Ready Player One, I was busing it, and I was busing it to work. This was probably like right after my internship and when I first went part time.
Oh, right.
So it's back like 20 something.
That level was crazy. Go ahead.
And tell me about it. So praise be to the Most High. But and so as I was doing, I was reading on the bus. So man, being able to get on the bus and just like sit down and read this book was so dope, man. And like the adventure I went, because it was something I could relate to. We talking about video games. I love video games. So an idea wasn't so far fetched because it was a real thing that could happen. Like not to the extent that they were at, not yet. But the idea of like you had a VR headset, you go into the game, you get really interactive with it. I mean, you play the VR headsets on Oculus and all that shit.
That shit be fucking me up. Anyway.
So it was to see that come to life and how they played the story out was so dope. Like, because this might have even been before Sword Art. Because I don't remember Sword Art being out yet.
Sword Art wasn't out yet.
When I read this book. So it was even more like, oh, shit! Yep. Like, it was pretty cool. So I, like, the book was real good. The adventure in it is good. The little twist in it and stuff was really good. They include them in the movie. Yeah. That made that dope, too. Like, they include, like, really important twists with the characters in the movie. Who they casted as the characters really helped because you got to now see your characters on the screen. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh shit, that is what they would look like. That is what she's supposed to look like. Like they did a pretty good job. Some of them I was like, oh, it's whatever. But some of them they did like a really good job getting.
Princess Zuko?
They did a good job with her. If she looked like that, that should be crazy. She had the Zuko going. I'm like, nah, we good.
Burn off her eyebrows? But nah. So I always wanted to read a book, but I didn't get a chance to. I didn't make time for it. Yeah. But it was always on my radar of like, I heard this book was good. Because I think you told me about it as a matter of fact.
Yeah, because I had the book.
Yeah, you were the first one to tell me about it. And I was like, okay, like that's on my radar and shit. Yeah. So when I heard he's making it into a movie, I was like, oh, like, I gotta watch this now. Yeah.
I read the second one too. Second one's out.
Yeah, I had to read the first one first.
It's called Ready Player 2. it is. Actually, when I read that title, it laughed so freaking hard. It just was like, why not? Like,
yeah, like, what else you gonna call it?
Why would it not be called that?
Ready Player 1 to be continued?
Yeah, right? Like, yeah, right? No, I like Ready Player 2 was pretty good. I thought it was our audiobook this one, so it was a bit different of experience, but it was still good.
Who narrates it? Is it the Arthur or is it like some...
It's something to do. It's, Wheaton.
Who's Wheaton?
I can't think of Will Wheaton. What was
the football player?
No. Oh, Lord have mercy. No. Let me see if I find out what he's. I don't know what he's in, but you see him a lot.
All right.
I don't know what Will Wheaton's been in, but he's pretty famous. He's like a famous dude.
He ain't famous enough.
No, he is. He's like really famous. He's like he's usually known for his like
I would say
techie, nerdy type stuff.
I would say his name before Jordan. Oh, he's the dude from G4 TV?
I don't know if he's on G4 TV. You always say it's G4 TV guy. I don't think that's his name. I don't think Will Wheaton was. He might have
been. I think so.
Anyway, it's him. He narrates the book.
Who's him?
Will Wheaton.
I thought you was him.
Wow. Apparently I'm not.
No, yeah, tell him.
Depends on what kind of whip I got.
Alright, I didn't write any bullet points for this, so we're gonna have to figure. So what would you? So I was trying to think of like if I was telling someone about this movie, like how I get them to watch it. So I was like, combine Wreck-It Ralph. Then I drew a blank. That's just put with current video games and style. And I was like, that's wacky shit. So I was trying to think of like how would you combine these two things? I'm still going with Wreck-It Ralph, but I don't know what else I would use to pull that in. Cause I feel like Wreck-It Ralph is the kid version of Ready Player One.
If you take what's like a video game store and
GameStop.
Okay, so you take GameStop, right? You take all the games in GameStop and you build
Oh, I said Wreck-It Ralph with the Oculus.
That's fair.
All right.
That's fair. Because Wreck-It Ralph 2 to be exact. Because Wreck-It Ralph 2 had all the video game characters in it, right?
Both of them did, but 2 had the online aspect, and that's kind of like what we're going for. So
Wreck-It Ralph 2 with the Oculus. Yeah, that would be that'd be close in the sense of like all these characters were available to you and different stories, different worlds. Because that was the thing, like you had inside this VR world, it was you went and you had multiple planets, multiple sectors, multiple galaxies. So you take like the idea of Star Wars type shit, where you have the different planets and different sectors and stuff like that you can go to. It was like that, and then each one of those sectors have its own set of planets in it, and all the planets will be correlated to like different types of video games and quests and things. Like you could do quests there, but also in this VR world, you also could learn. Like you went to school through VR. Some people had jobs that strictly were in VR. Like everything you did was VR because you could like control different things and stuff like that through your VR headset.
You know, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, you could like do work. Like you went to school through there. I don't think they emphasize that on the thing, but like, you can go through. Maybe because that's how he gets a relationship with the one girl. They go to school together. They
They didn't mention nothing about school and shit.
Probably
no way. No, they didn't. My bad.
It wasn't. It is kind of though, but it's not super. Like you could still build a movie without that part.
Right.
So it's still pretty cool. But like I mean, like yeah, you went to school through this. You went through like all kinds of things. And God, it was such a good adventure, man. It was like that's a 10 for me. That's a 10. Like
that movie's a 10 for you.
Because of the adventure, like the book is a 10. The movie I give like a.
If you want to call it 10,
it's not a 10. The movie's not a 10. No, the movie's not a 10. There were definitely things I was like, y'all playing. But
I give it a solid 8.
That's what I'm going. I'm going like an 8.
Okay.
To me, that's like an 8. Like, because the main character was good. I thought they got somebody better, but they got him. I think he did a good job. For what it was.
The main actor.
The main character, yeah. He did a good job acting and stuff in it and stuff, and the way he sounded. I was like, it fits. I thought they did a good job picking most of the characters. Actually, the casting was pretty good, which I liked a lot. I was like, okay. It's not really too many things I complain about that movie. The movie was pretty close to the book in the sense of like the scenes they had in it. I don't. There's only one character I don't remember. Come on, I read this a long time ago, so I don't remember. There's like one character I don't remember. I remember Sorrento. I don't remember the other guy. The one dude was super strong who had like the who was helping him.
That's
like,
the old boy that's calling and shit?
Yeah. I don't remember him that well. I don't remember if he was in the thing or not. But if he wasn't, that was a good way to write him in because he was funny. So you needed that aspect of it.
He wasn't in the movie a lot, but he was in there enough for him to do a good impression on me.
Yeah, and and you appreciated his character for what it was. So I don't think he was in the book, but he definitely him in the movie was great. Like that was like that's nice. I like that. He was funny. He actually made me laugh a lot. Like, he's funny. But the movie's fun to watch because you watched it again. I kind of caught a lot of stuff. It was good. I would like to see a Ready Player 2 movie, just so I can see those same characters again and do their thing. Because it was pretty spot on. Like I liked the book. The book was pretty good.
Oh, we didn't say also, but Tiger documentary and Ready Player One are both on HBOMax. I
was wondering. This is kind of off topic. Should we do it that way? Like, okay, this week on HBO. This week on Tidal. This week on whatever fucking this we're doing. You see what I'm saying?
So I have like one every week. We have like one
platform we chose from.
That's not a bad idea. That's actually really good.
I think it might help a lot. Like as far as like boom, like this week on HBO, we found these 3 things. Like these are 3 things we found.
That's pretty fire. I like that.
I think that might help. I was thinking about that. I was like, because like this one happens to be all HBO.
Yeah, I didn't peep that up.
And so I was like, it makes it easier because like, okay, well, we're on HBO this week, and this is what we watch.
Right.
And like, oh, okay, these are HBO, and then you know, like,
I like that idea. We should do that.
All right.
I'd be asking this.
Right? I was like, yeah. I think it's because it just flows right now. Oh yeah, we watching this too. It was on HBO.
Right.
So boom, 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 boom.
No, I do want. I'm going to go back and read the book. That's definitely a thing for me.
Oh,
like, I'm going to definitely do it.
It's a fun ass read.
I got so many other books I got to listen to.
I'm about to cancel my Audible. The only reason I have not is because I have too many audiobooks. They keep giving me credits, and I'm paying for these things.
Oh, I just meant you don't cancel like everything. All right, I see what you're saying.
No, I'm not canceling. I don't need no more credits for a while, y'all, because I have a lot. Well, I don't have a lot now. I've been trying to spend them out. So I can cancel it. Because you pay $16 a month, you have 1 billion Audible books to listen to, and you ain't gotten to them yet, you about to buy another. And it's like, but the sucky part is what they do, which is smart, is if I cancel it, whatever credits you have, you lose. Like, yes, it said, when I read it, I'll read it again, but I'm pretty sure it said, if you cancel it and you have credits, you don't use them, you won't lose them.
I'm going to call Jeff, I'm going to change that.
Because I'm thinking about just buying credits as I need them. And be
can you do it?
Yeah, you can just buy credits. Like,
you gotta call Jeff for that or no?
I don't. I send him a text. Like, nigga.
You didn't get invited to this new home though, huh?
Yeah, I helped him do the Wi-Fi.
You know what's that? I believe that.
All this tech, man. I ain't got time. Help me with the Wi-Fi.
Say less. You do the
That's
joint
what
up
they
in
call
there?
for the Wi-Fi. Drake?
Mordecai?
No! Something about the Wi-Fi. It's like a something. That's for codes for the Wi-Fi. It's like a post picture of
I know you're talking about too.
Yeah, I forget what the
So they tell them that they're not really friends.
No, what's the thing?
She asked me to code for the Wi-Fi, so you can talk about the timeline.
Yeah.
At the end, he says, "Tell them how we're not really friends."
I think I'm saying it in the wrong tone, but yeah, you're right. So I definitely did it in that Mordecai tone, but that wasn't.
As a girl, she a female version of me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you know my Drake shit.
Yeah, that's your music.
That's me.
That's what I'm saying. It's your music. It's your music. What you mean?
I mean, I ain't know.
Mahogany.
What's up?
See?
The fuck? I'm playing off.
You should put MD at the end of your name. They're like, oh, you a doctor? No, Mahogany Drake. Oh, shit.
You're not doing that.
You got the end of your name.
I put at the title of the episode, Thomas MD.
Thomas MD. Oh, he's a doctor? No, Mahogany Drake. Damn.
That's hella ignorant. I love it, though.
Yeah, you gotta put that there. Thomas MD.
So we gotta be careful now. We're talking about a movie that just came out.
Ooh, it did just come out, huh?
Yeah, that's why I'm worried. Are we going to watch it? But again, I was like,
it was good too. It was good.
It was.
It was good. I was like, this is good. I like this.
So the movie that me and Fred are talking about, the movie that me and Fred Tess are talking about is called A Little Thing.
Fantastic.
It just came out on HBOMax and also in theaters. So if you want to have a chance to watch it on HBOMax.
Oh, it's in theaters. Oh, I forgot this is one of them exclusive Jimmy Jams. Yeah.
So The Little Things is based in the 1990s of Easy, California. A sheriff deputy, go by the name of Deke, and Detective Baxter are in a search of a serial killer that has killed several girls in the span of 3 months. The two find a person of interest who fits the crime, but they have a hard time catching him. Doing the thing.
Yeah.
I couldn't find a way in it.
Yeah. This was a good movie.
Spoilers coming. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Like if you have not listened to, or you have not watched this movie, do not listen to this part because we will be spoiling it.
Yeah.
I like this movie because it wasn't super high action paced. It wasn't like nothing like that. But just the actors they had, you had some quality actors in this movie. Quality actors.
Nigga.
And they're all nailing their jobs as far as what they had to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to see an older and more mature Denzel.
Yeah, seeing him grow as a person, bro, is really inspiring. But
because I always see him in Denzel as whenever I've seen it, he's always played this role of this guy who's just untouchable. Like he was just like he was him. Like he'd come on the screen, girls like Denzel. Like no matter what he was doing and stuff, like young Harold darked out wavy and shit, come up like
Is Denzel always?
Kinda like it's not wave. It's not like waves. It's like
it's laying down though.
Yeah, it's laying down.
It's on the shore at least.
Yeah, it's on the shore.
Right.
He might paddle out to the ocean every now and then.
I hope he does.
Yeah, like I think if you look close enough, you might see a few boats floating.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy. But no, it to me was a good watch because you watch them and you like, oh shit, they about to fuck up. Don't do this, and you're just like, no, why would you do this? You about to fuck up. You about to fuck up, and then it doesn't.
Yeah.
It does or doesn't do. You like, oh shit, okay, yeah, and then you understand. You low-key, they did a good job of me almost vibing with them. That's why they were trying so hard to get this guy.
Yeah, for sure.
You definitely understood. You go in understanding why they were trying to get this guy to be he fit the description so well, everything like that. And like they're going through all this process to get to this dude, and it's just like this dude's just fucking smart. And he's not even doing anything to be like, I'm evading you, like I'm not running around and making you hop fences and chase me down to the street. Like I'm calmly just like
I'm just doing me. Like
arrest me, go ahead. If you gotta do what you gotta do. Like
he was just ready, and I don't know if that's the right word to use. He just was ready because it's like no matter what situation it was, he never was in a bind. Like he always just like, and so kind of give like a little not spoiler, but kind of give information. So Jared Leto did an interview with Denzel's son, John David Washington. And
John David, shout out to JD. J-Dub.
And so J-Dub asked him why what made him want to play that role. And Jared Leto basically was like, he was interested, he liked his humor. As far as like, because he says like funny things, but it's kind of like, you have to have a real quirky type of personality to get like a full laughter out of it.
Right, because he says the funny things at the darkest moments. And he says the darkest things that aren't meant to be funny. Like he says, like he'll make a joke about somebody missing type shit. You like, nigga, no.
Like the joke that's in the trailer, he says, how was the trunk space? And I was like, yo, you just funny, but you bugging.
Right, but you don't. But the only
how big is the trunk space? Like, I'm on your head, bro. What you mean how big is the trunk space?
The thing was, he wasn't on his head the whole time. He was on yours, cause he pulled the fuck you.
I think that fucked me up.
You like, ha. He looking for me. But I was like, oh shit.
That fucked me. I ain't gonna lie, cause like it was a point I'm like, all right, like he has a drop on you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you had a drop on him. He peed. And he was like, all right, let's switch this up a little bit.
Yep. Like this dude was like, yeah, it was crazy good. Like this, and it was a little. And it's funny because it's the little things. That's what the movie's about. It's the little things, and it was the little things that he did, that he said, that made you think like, oh, this dude really did something. But they had nothing. He basically was like, he's a piece of shit. Like honestly, as I can think of,
he really wasn't.
He's
though.
a piece of shit. Like
he really wasn't.
He was, because he would allude to these things that you believe, like, yo, I know I have something to do with whatever it is you talk about, but you had nothing. Like you had nothing to go.
Is that my fault? Yours? Y'all do your fucking job.
Well, he was. I mean, chasing you down. That was a culprit.
Wrong nigga. What you mean tell you?
That's we ain't gonna find you wrong until you wrong, bro.
That's how it is true.
Like I ain't gonna know you wrong until you wrong, so I get you. Like, but he was real good at that, and like he just knew things, and it was just like, damn, like gotta be him. And then like, this is one of the ways I'm contradict myself, because you really don't get
spoiler. But
yes.
Which was the same is what I told Nyasha this morning. I was like, you don't get like an answer.
You don't get any answer. Like you don't get no answer. Like you just like, did he do it? Did he not? Like we don't know. Grams of protein in here. How much sugar?